2000块钱包车，
谁叫他们这么作呢？
这不开玩笑的吗？跟我俩
那么容易传染的话，我早传染了。
除了中国，没有人抗疫会那么成功了。哇，吓死了！
澳洲疫情再次紧张，对于日增感染病例居高不下的维州和逐渐升温的新州，大家有什么说？强制实施的口罩令，原来澳洲人和中国人看法大不相同。不过话说回来，澳洲到底凭什么比其他的欧美国家抗疫更加成功呢？这些回答辣眼睛。街坊中探寻大众观点，欢迎观看真观点，我是珍飞。欢迎您点赞、订阅、留言以及转发这个视频。澳洲疫情反弹，全靠维州来拖累吗？
People from Victoria have come to New South Wales, and that's why our numbers are going up too. I think we're, like, obviously we've been luckier. I feel like they just got really unlucky, but it really sucks that they're back in another lockdown. Hopefully that doesn't happen here.
Yeah, everyone's a bit worried. Like how you gave me the mic. I'm like, oh, I don't want the mic. 我觉得挺担心的吧。很多人不是说要从维州逃到这边来吗？逃到这边来好像什么天价车票之类的，2000块钱包车，然后晚上连夜赶过来吧那种。
我就觉得要待就在维州待好呗，非要来新州就祸害人嘛。本来新州每天增加的感染人数是个位数，然后这2天就已经变成2位数了。
新州再反弹的话，这又没法出去吃饭了，对，又要待在家里天天吃外卖了。
只要有几个跑过来，几个有就会有，就是现在只是时间的问题，所以可以开心，这几周可以开心就继续开心吧。但是过后也真的会，我感觉到会。
反弹是必然的吧？就是谁叫他们这么作呢？就是又游行啊，又是聚众，又是出去玩啥的。
Like, I have very little interaction with other people other than the people in the office, and I know the people in the office and where they've been. So, and like I'm on the train, and I'll be like the only person in the whole carriage. So I'm not really worried. And I guess that's also because I'm not watching the news so much. watching the news definitely makes you scared of everything.
我觉得可能没有维州这么严重，但是肯定会比现在会严重很多。然后我觉得限制令可能又会再次上升这样子，因为大家真的都不戴口罩，但是真的我觉得不能不戴口罩，在国内都还戴口罩的，在这边不戴口罩，这不开玩笑的吗？跟我俩
就是作为中国人嘛，大家都比较喜欢戴口罩，然后戴好口罩，然后勤洗手，然后其实还是比较放心的一个状态，都相信就是我们有困难的话也会积极的面对这个事情。
I guess it depends if people think the masks are effective. I know during like the first round people were saying most of them weren't effective, but then now people are saying they were saying that because there weren't enough masks. So, I mean, I feel sorry for anyone who doesn't have a mask, who has to venture out to get a mask without a mask and gets into trouble for it. I think it would only be effective if everyone was wearing a mask. But if everyone was wearing a mask, I don't see why it wouldn't be effective.
我觉得挺支持的，虽然我没带吧，我今天出门太着急了，忘带了。
Well, I thought having masks was just so that you didn't. So you didn't transmit it to other people. So it's only really like a problem if you feel like you're actually sick. Yeah. I don't feel like I would wear a mask because I'm not sick. Well, I think, I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. But like my understanding of it was that it was so that you didn't like pass it on to other people. So it's, yeah.
其实强制戴口罩是好的，
肯定要罚款啊，必须要人人戴口罩。
I think that's a bit extreme to fine someone for not wearing a mask. I mean, if that was the case, I would wear a mask. But I think it's a bit silly to be fining people for not wearing masks.
I feel like people probably aren't taking it as seriously now in New South Wales. Like, the trains and buses are really busy on my way to work. Yeah, I mean, if things start to get really bad again in New South Wales, it's like I can see why.
I feel like everyone was a lot more panicked during the first wave, but everyone's, I don't know, it's coming back and it's annoying, but no one's like as shocked, like, oh my gosh, this pandemic. But who knows, could come back worse.
第一波就是都窝在家里不敢出来啊，然后现在就是该干啥干啥。
不要想得太好， 好的事情没有这么顺利的，所以你就是预防胜过治疗，你都是当它会发生，所以家里也是要备一点东西之类的。但是我觉得现在的东西都市面上都还是有很多，不像之前第一波的时候，哇，你要买个口罩，我第一次觉得口罩，他说要买一个去 pharmacy 5块钱一个，哇，吓死了，5块钱一个，我说天价。
Who could predict what's going to happen? I think that's the scariest part about it.
I think it made me more reflective and ponder how a simple virus can change the way we work, the way we live, the whole society, the whole global society, and just how fortunate we are to be in Australia. You know, we have robust healthcare system.
我觉得很神奇，就是为什么澳洲是一个感觉受到影响最小的国家？我觉得很神奇，因为就相比之下，比如说隔壁的新西兰啊，或者是其他欧美国家，他们的疫情都是非常非常的严重的。那澳洲这个地方这么小，人口又这么密集，它居然没有爆发，我就觉得很厉害。
你觉得会是什么原因？
可能华人多也有一部分，因为像我在12月份，我知道武汉这个疫情的时候，我就一直在跟我的同学跟老师说要戴口罩啊什么的，对，然后他们都多少有听进去，然后就会戴一些口罩这样上课的时候。但是我想，除了中国，没有人抗疫会那么成功了，对。
一呢，就是澳洲很快的发布了政策，进行封城啊之类的，然后也很快的就是进行了封锁，就是限制航班出行，然后还有上网课也是比较及时的，也是直到现在依旧没有恢复上课。
因为澳洲它本身就是一个独立的州嘛，然后它本身从别的地方来澳洲的途径就比较简单，不会像有什么别的国家坐车就来了，一般都是要坐飞机这样，然后所以觉得他们海关这方面比较容易把控吧。而且澳洲它本身应该也是没有，就是一开始都是从境外来的嘛。
我觉得之前可能是因为季节的原因，就是因为我们这边之前不是很热嘛，然后我觉得一开始可能觉得这个病毒可能天气热真的会没有那么什么一点，然后第二个我觉得这边身体比较健康，因为他们真的太喜欢运动了，早上晨跑，晚上健身房，吃的又健康，我觉得他们身体素质也不错吧。再一个就是我觉得还是华人这边的比较那个什么一点，比较注意一点，因为大家是真的都害怕。
我觉得还好，我觉得澳洲管控还挺好的。我从国内2月份过来的，从国内然后跑了好多省市，然后跑香港之类的。我感觉如果那么容易传染的话，我早传染了。所以我觉得还好，就是大家还是要注意安全距离，就戴口罩，但是不要太过于担心。
I've seen some statistics that like the number of deaths from coronavirus is very low. So like as a percentage, like in the US they had like in New York they reckoned that there was they did like a sample, and basically then there's a load of people that hadn't been diagnosed but were walking around and had the antibodies, so the death rate there was like 0.015% or something. So it was which is like lower than the flu, I believe. So as a young person, the people I'd be most worried for would be my older relatives.